Hey everybody, it's Shaman Sister Sin, and you're listening to the Meditations and More podcast brought to you by littleshaman.org. That's me, Little Shaman. Today I want to talk to you about narcissists telling lies. This is a very common situation for those dealing with narcissistic people, and so I wanted to address it on the show. If you have a narcissistic loved one, chances are you are familiar with narcissistic lies. They lie about big things, they lie about small things, they lie for no reason at all. As a friend of mine's dad used to say, they'd lie if the truth sounded better. This is very frustrating because it's hard to have any kind of a relationship with someone if you can't believe anything they say. You can't trust them and you can't depend on them. Honesty is a cornerstone of intimacy, so it's no surprise that, as narcissists are pathologically afraid of intimacy, they would have issues in this area. Narcissistic people lie for a few reasons. Some are the same as the reasons most people lie, and some are not. They might be trying to boost their own false image. They might be trying to get out of trouble or avoid responsibility. They might be trying to be contrary, or it might be that they simply have a different truth today. Sometimes it seems that truth is a convenience to pathologically narcissistic people, and that can often be the case. But it's also true that to narcissists, feelings are facts. Therefore, their truth is defined by their mood. That's one reason they seem to contradict themselves so much. One day, their job is the best thing that ever happened to them, and they couldn't love it more. The next day, something happened that discouraged or upsets them, and it's the worst job ever. They may deny anything good about it. They may deny ever saying that they loved it or ever even feeling that way. This is because the way their brains work, they can't, quote, remember good things when they're upset. Narcissists have a very hard time taking a complete view of something. They are often unable to view both positive and negative attributes of the same thing at the same time. It's one or the other. This is sometimes called black and white thinking. It isn't that they're telling lies exactly, it's that they're just not able to see things the way that other adult people do. Now, there are some times when they are definitely lying on purpose. They might lie for sympathy or to make themselves appear to be something that they're not. We've all known people like that. They brag about things that aren't true, or they make up tragedies that didn't even happen. Some narcissists lie about abuse for these reasons, either pretending that what happened to them was much worse than it actually was, or conversely, pretending they were not mistreated at all because of their misguided idea that being abused means something is wrong with the victim. They may lie about how much money they have, what their job is, how many people they've slept with, who their friends are, all in an attempt to make themselves seem like something they're not. It's kind of sad when you think about it, actually. Being so uncomfortable with and rejecting of yourself that you have to pretend you're somebody else just to be able to live your life or just to feel like you have value. It's really a shame. Narcissists also lie to get out of trouble or avoid responsibility. I didn't know you didn't want me to do that, or I didn't do that, it must be a mistake, or you said, you told me, you implied. These are statements designed to create a situation where they can avoid responsibility. Gaslighting can also be an example of this. Think of a child sneaking a chocolate bar. It's all over their face, it's all over their hands, the wrapper's on the ground. You say, "Why are you eating that chocolate without asking?" And they say, "What chocolate?" It's the same basic premise. Another reason pathologically narcissistic people might lie or change their story is because they're very contrary. It's like a toddler saying no, just to say no. It's not uncommon to end up having an argument with a narcissistic person even though you're agreeing with them. Even when you are agreeing, they may continue to try or argue or might even change their argument to be the opposite of what you're saying so that there can be a difference of opinion. This happens because narcissists are often struggling for identity, and one of the ways an immature intellect will try to achieve identity is through defiance and opposition. This is also a way to control the situation. Children create identities by rebelling against their parents and authority figures, so it's similar to that. And sometimes it's about just wanting to fight. This is because they're often angry, they're often hostile, they're often oppositional. Sometimes arguing is the goal. Their point is really no point at all. It's just a device to create an argument. Sometimes it's really no more complicated than that. Then there may be times that the narcissist in your life has lied for no good reason you can figure out. There seems to be no rhyme or reason for it. It's just something that they do, and you might never figure out why. In the end, relationships are built on trust. If you cannot trust somebody, you can't build anything with them because there's no security in deceit. A relationship, any relationship, is like a house. It needs a strong foundation in order to last. If it doesn't have one, it's going to crumble. A relationship built on lies cannot stand. I hope this clears a few things up for you. As always, I look forward to your comments, questions, and suggestions, so please keep those coming. I am now taking appointments 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. If you'd like to schedule one of those, go on to littleshaman.org and press the bookings tab to go ahead and do that. You've been listening to the Meditations and More podcast brought to you by littleshaman.org. That's me, the Little Shaman. May the Great Spirit bless you and have a wonderful day.